time management. So, Mr. Jarvis,
Yeah.
Would you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure.
Can you define is time management?
Yeah. So it is the meaning very simple. It's come from the the way you try to manage your time.
Okay.
That's it, right?
Correctly. And are there anything else?
Is there something else meaning? Really?
Are there any other ways to define the time management word sentence?
That you learn how to manage that, you learn how to control your time.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chavez. You have
Welcome,
a explanation. You have a well explanation. So, like Mr. Chavez said, time management is considering as the way you try to control, you try to manage, and you try to arrange every moment, every second, every hour, and every day of your life. So when we heard about the time management, we think about how we can make every hour, every second, every day become better. How to get a better result in every moment, in every second. By how? By what? So we are going to learn. So let me ask you, Miss Snow, if someone have arranged a meeting with you, and when they joined the meeting, they joined their appointment late about 30 minutes. So how do you feel about that?
Maybe I feel a little angry because waiting time for me. And if we wasting time like this, we cannot do anything that important.
Yes, you will feel really upset, right? Really upset.
Yes.
Upset because he made you down, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. It's interesting answer from you. A really cute girl. So let me ask Miss Green another question.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so when you go to the office late than everybody in the workspace, so how do you think other people will see you, will judge you?
I never go to work late. So
So how do you feel?
I feel very impressing.
Impressed? What is impressed? You feel unimpressed, right?
Yes.
You feel not good.
Yes, not good.
Not good. Okay, so except you are your own boss. If you are a boss, you can go to the office late. You can go to office whenever you want. However, will somehow, some way affect your employee. If you are a boss and you always go to the office late, so some of your employee will learn some from you. So if you are a boss, being on time is really important. Maybe I have seen many successful businessmen go through their life, go through their office every day, the earliest person who go to the office. So if you want to be successful, if you want to get impression from anyone in your workplace, you should go to work well time management. So tonight we are going to learn some benefits of time management and how can we learn to manage our time. So here are good quotes for the day. So I hope you can write down. So sometime when you look at this, you remember your time and you remember how to value your time. So Miss Vanessa.
Yes.
Can you please help me to read this sentence out loud?
Yeah. We all have 24 hours in a day, but unfortunately, not everyone people's time it was the same.
Miss Hian, do you understand the meaning of this sentence?
Yes, I understand this
Can you,
sentence.
can you please talk to our class your thinking about this?
I think this depends on the way people um, can spend their time to manage in personal life and also in professional work. So people's time is we have 24 hours in a day, but everyone can spend their time in a certain situation. So it's not different from them. So I think this is the meaning of this sentence.
Okay, thank you very much for your explanation. It's really impressive. It's really impressive. Maybe some of our students could not understand all of your meaning, but I can understand. I can understand what you said. So everyone, listen. We all have 24 hours in a day. It's equal. We are having the same time, right? Every second, every moment, we all have the same. So when we think simply in this sentence, we should spend our time we should spend our time valuable. You understand?
Yes, understand. Yes.
Value and make every second of your life count. Make every second of your life count. Don't waste time on doing something that is not really helpful or really make you happy for your future. Okay, so let me move on quickly because our time is limited. So I'm not really want to waste too much of your time. So let me see, Miss Xuân, can you please tell me what do you see by looking at the image? What do you see by looking at the image?
Yes, I see readers check improve productivity and establish boundaries.
Establish. When you see sh at the end of the sentence of the words, you should say establish. Sh is like double S. Establish boundaries. Speak again, please.
Establish boundaries between personal time. What balance? Managing personal and professional life remain a struggle for talent abroad. So accident.
Thank you very much, Miss Xuân. Thank you very much. Please note it as establish boundaries. Okay, establish boundaries. Note it down. You pronounce these words wrong. Okay, establish the sh. So if one s, you say establish, but sh, so you should say establish.
Establish.
Yes, correctly. Good, better. And let's see. So do you think what is the most benefit? Do you think what is the most benefit of time management, Miss No? Do you think what is the most benefit of time management?
Yeah, from my opinion, I think that improved productivity is the benefits of the benefits.
Okay, great. Totally agree with you. Improved productivity is one of the most benefits that you can get from having a well time management. And let me ask another students to see whether they have the same point of view or not. Miss Queen, are you okay?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so do you think well time management can break bad habits? Can help us to break bad habits?
Okay. Well, in my opinion, I think if we can manage my time well, we can break bad habits. For example, I can press a time using for my phone. I always use my phone a lot of time.
Yes, you spend a lot of time on your cell phone, right? Because you could not manage your time, right?
Yes. So if I plans my time
Okay.
well, I will have a good habit.
Okay, you can form a good habit or you can break bad habits, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Queen. So let me see. Vanessa, you look seriously, you study seriously. I see.
Yeah.
I see
Yeah,
you
all the time.
focus really high attention. Thank you very much. So do you think time management can help us to reduce stress?
Yes, I totally agree with that. I think when you do a time management good, so you can spend more time to do something good for your mental health and physical health, like do meditation or do yoga or do exercise, do something can improve your health.
Yes, thank you very much. Every day, I spend at least 30 minutes for going jogging. So it's really helpful for calm down our mind, take a deep breath, full of and re-energize our body. And sometime in the early morning, I spend 20 minutes to do meditation, and our mind is really peaceful. Every bad thinking is disappear. It's really helpful for you to manage your time, spend some of your value time to take care of yourself, like doing yoga, going for a walk, or take a deep breath in some moments, and if possible, you can enjoy doing meditation. Okay, so let me ask Miss Heen.
Yes,
Do you
I'm here.
understand the meaning of this sentence? Do you know the meaning of this sentence?
Establish boundaries between work and personal life. I
Just
think,
moment, slow
yeah,
down.
work-life balance.
Just moment, speak slow down. I'm gonna help you to fix your pronunciation.
Yeah, establish boundaries between work and personal time.
Great. I can understand all of your sentence, all of your words. Don't speak too fast because I think everyone could not understand. So can you please explain the sentence?
I think it means work-life balance.
Yes. Good. Work-life balance. And so Miss Xuân, can I ask you a question?
Yes, I'm here.
Do you like to get married with a man who always busy? Do you like to get married with a man who always busy?
The line busy.
Do you like to get married with the man who always busy? Marriage mean là đám cưới. Em có muốn cưới một người mà luôn luôn bận rộn hay không? Một người đàn ông mà luôn luôn bận rộn hay không?
Dạ không.
Okay.
And I don't like who made busy.
Okay, so you don't want to get married with a man who doesn't know how to manage their time, right? He doesn't know how to establish the boundaries between work and personal time, right? Don't like him. And I really don't want to get married with a person who always focus on doing their job, like working in the office 10 hours a day, and when they head back home they cannot spend time for themselves and they could not spend time for the family. I think I will get married with someone I love, and if they got really busy, I will help them in some way, but at least should balance their time, establish the boundaries between work and personal time. You see, it look like this man in, to me, this sentence to me, work-life balance mean not working on the weekends. Who is in our class work on the weekend? Miss Queen, do you work on the weekend?
Yes, I usually work on the weekend because I'm working in the supermarket.
So do you like it? Do you like working on the weekend?
I'm currently I don't like.
You don't like. Yeah, thank you. I'm very happy to hear that you don't like, because when you don't like it, you will find some way to change, right? You will find out your own way to change. So I hope in the future you can manage your time. You can establish the boundaries between your work and your personal time. Okay, believe in yourself, believe it, and you can do it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, and I think every one of us really don't want to work on the weekend. So sometimes you are getting busy with your daily time. So please spend some time to write down and establish the well time management. And tonight, right now, I'm going to show you some tips, some useful tips which can help you to manage your time. Okay, so let me show you firstly. How can I make it like this? Is this okay? Like this? Okay, it's all right. Let me see. So how to improve time management? I'm gonna speak it out loud so you can understand and you know how to pronounce it. Chunk the big task. Learn to prioritize. Create a to-do list. Have some me time. Delegate tasks. Take time to respond. Keep your eyes on the prize. Be accountable for your actions. Eat that ugly frog first. Minimize distraction. So these are some useful tips to improve your time management. And I'm gonna ask you one by one. Okay, let me see. Miss Vanessa.
Yeah.
Do you think what is the most important, the most useful tips to improve your time?
I think the more important thing that it keep your eyes on the prize.
Keep your eyes on the price.
Yes.
Why?
Because I think that when you want to achieve something, you should give your total attention to achieve that thing without distraction, interruption.
Okay, let me explain the meaning of this sentence for you. Keep your eyes on the prize. It means when you complete something, you reward yourself. You can buy something special for yourself after you complete a task. You can buy for you a cup of coffee. You can buy for yourself milk tea. You can buy for yourself some books, some special gift to value your time, to value every task that you complete. It means keep your eyes on the prize. What can you achieve?
So that means you can give a word for yourself when you achieve something, right?
Yes, this is the meaning of this sentence.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
Okay. I have heard the words that you spoke. Minimize distraction. This is good. This is good example that comes to your mind, and it is appear in one of our useful tips. Really good, Miss Vanessa. Thank you very much. So, are there anything else? Minimize distraction, and are there anything else?
No.
Nothing else. Okay. Miss Hien.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. What, in your opinion, what is the most useful way to improve your time management?
I think, in my opinion, I think creating a to-do list is the most important thing that I need to. The first one I need to do when I want to improve my time management, because we need to figure out, make to-do list to figure out what you need to do. So I think the first one I need to do is make to-do list.
Yes. Thank you very much, Miss Hiền. Thank you very much, Miss Hiền. Let me tell you this. Everything in our life appear and can be complete with imagination, you know?
Yeah.
The first thing you need to do is imagine. Imagine what are you going to do firstly, right? And
Yes.
secondly, write down, note down what are you going to do. It is create a to-do list, and you have found out the second important step. You have found out the second important steps. Thank you very much, Miss Hiền. And this is the most important part, the most important tips in tonight's lesson. Really good student, really smart. Miss Victory, can I ask you a question, Miss Victory?
Yes, okay.
Okay, so do you know what is Eat That Ugly Frog First?
Yes.
That ugly frog first. I think not many people know this. Miss Snow can't even know this, I believe.
Yeah. When we are working in the office, we have some work difficult and ugly. We spend time so long doing. I think we do the first time when we go to the office. Yeah.
Right. Really good. You know the meaning of this sentence. Eat that ugly frog first mean you should find out what is the most important task. What is the most important task and try to handle it first. Try to handle the most important task firstly. So that means eat that ugly frog first. Eat that ugly frog first is an idiom. It's a really famous idiom that most successful people use in their speech. So eat that ugly frog first. I'm gonna let you see a short video about this. Now, let me tell you this. These are several steps. In my opinion, you can find out your own way to manage your time well. And remember, write down everything you want to do, daily goal, weekly goal, monthly goal, and sometimes take a look at that. You cannot do many things at one time. You cannot do many things at a time, right? Does everyone agree with me? Do you think a person can do many things at a time?
No, I don't.
Yes, I think a person can do many things at a time, but not effective. A person can do many things at a time, but not effective, not have a good result. If you focus on doing one important things, chunk the biggest task, and it's that ugly frog first, you want to have a really impressive result, a very good result. We all have 24 hours in a day. You may spend 2 hours for learning English. Pay high attention in learning English. For example, in tonight, we're gonna spend only 1 hour to study English. But when you pay really high attention only in study English, you wanna get a good result. But if you study English and you watch football, like Miss H, she is watching football while she study English. So I think the ball is appear in her head a lot. So she may be distracted by a ball, by Ronaldo. She may be attracted by Ronaldo, so she could not learn the lesson well.
Yes.
Are you okay?
He always right. He always good.
Okay, always good. Okay, it's be fine. It's be fine with you. It's be fine. Okay, so here is one useful tips. One really useful tips. Mr. Jung, can I ask you a question? You disappear for a while, and I have just seen you come back.
Yep.
So, do you think how do you think about organize your workspace? Is it useful for you to organize your workspace?
Organize the
Yes.
workplace. Yeah, I think that when we sort out our workplace, it will make increase our productivities, you know, and we'll feel more comfortable, and we will feel it will motivate us to focus on our work. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, thank you very much. You will feel really, really comfortable, and it's not just only comfortable, but it will help yourself feel full of energy. Now let's take a look at my working space. You see, on my left hand is a world map. It's blue color with water. So I feel like I feel full of energy. Not sure when I feel hot. Sometimes I feel the weather changing hot. I look at it, so I feel like I'm in the ocean. So really comfortable. And you can take a look at my back, where you can see everything is really well decorated. So when everyone going to the office with a most comfortable space, you can pay really high attention to do what you want to do. So spend some of your time, like Miss Vanessa. Her room is really well decoration, really neatly and well arranged. Really good, Miss Vanessa. Your room is look attractive.
Thank you.
Okay, let me see, like Miss Snow. Miss Snow, you see the background of yourself is really comfortable. When I look at it's really warm. It's really warm, and I think Miss Hien really like to sit near you because she is feeling cold, you know. Miss Hien is feeling cold. She needs some light from Miss Snow. Even Miss Snow is cold. Miss Snow is cold, but she is having some warm atmosphere that Miss Hien want from Miss Snow.
No.
Hot, really hot, really warm.
Yeah, even your name is Snow is really cold, but your heart is really warm, and your working space is really warm. So Miss Hien will need some of your space. Please let her some of your space.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so I would like to show all of you a short video. I hope it is helpful for you. We can learn something new.
My name is Phil Gillette, and my passion is to help entrepreneurs implement different tools and techniques so they can work smarter, be more focused, and actually have more time to enjoy life outside of work. A lot of people use to-do lists, and it's a great way to stay organized and have a visual representation of what needs to get done. But the common mistake is to assume that each item on the to-do list is created equal, that returning a phone call is as important as writing a sales page. The single best strategy you can use to increase your productivity is to eat the big ugly frog.
Do you hear? Do you hear? Again, Miss No, I think you cannot hear this. Let me show you again.
The single best strategy you can use to increase your productivity is to eat the big ugly frog.
Again.
Sales page. The single best strategy you can use to increase your productivity is to eat the big ugly frog.
Again, one more time.
As important as writing a sales page. The single best strategy you can use to increase your productivity is to eat the big ugly frog.
Okay, eat the big ugly frog.
Eating the big ugly frog is starting with your most challenging task.
Your most challenging task. Most challenging, most important thing
for the day. The thing that feels a little bit uncomfortable, the thing that's really difficult, you want to start with that. By getting out of the way, you feel liberated, you feel free, and guaranteed to have moved your project forward. One bonus is to create your to-do list and identify your big ugly frog the night before. So that by the time you sit down at your desk, you know exactly what you have to do. There's no hesitation, no time wasted. You just go right into it and eat that big ugly frog.
That is the ugly frog first. So Miss Miss Queen. Miss Queen, may I ask you a question?
Yes, certainly.
What is your most challenging things to do at the moment? What is your most challenging thing to do at the moment?
I think most challenging. I think it's learning English now at the moment.
Okay, so learning English is one of your most challenging tasks, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I hope you can eat this ugly frog first. I hope you can spend time to eat this ugly frog first.
Yes.
So Miss Hien.
Yes, I'm here.
Sorry, Miss H. Sorry, Miss H. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is watching football is one of your most challenging tasks? Is watching football is one of your most challenging tasks?
No, I don't think so.
So what is your most challenging task at the moment?
I think my challenging task is study and work and my job. Yes.
Okay. So what kind of work? What kind of work are you facing?
I think my favorite job is marketing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you should spend time to eat that ugly frog first. Okay. Spend time to eat that ugly or big frog first. Okay. You can do it. Eat that ugly frog first. Solve that most challenging problem first. Xuân, can I ask you a question? Miss Xuân?
Yes, of course.
Do you understand the meaning of eat that ugly frog first?
Early breakfast.
Em có hiểu được cái cụm từ eat that ugly frog first nghĩa là gì không?
Dạ, cái đó em chưa có hiểu anh.
Nó có nghĩa là mình ăn con ếch xấu xí trước đi.
Dạ.
Đó là một cái nghĩa đen, còn nghĩa bóng đó có nghĩa là trong những cái công việc của mình thì nó sẽ có rất là nhiều việc, nhưng mà cái việc nào mà nó thách thức mình nhất, nó khó khăn nhất mà mình muốn giải quyết nó và nó cũng là quan trọng nữa, thì mình giải quyết nó trước, cứ giải quyết nó trước đi, thì có nghĩa là cái việc mình làm đầu tiên thì mình sẽ kêu là eat that ugly frog first. That ugly frog có nghĩa là cái thứ mà mình thách thức nhất, cái thứ mà mình thấy ghét muốn giải quyết nhất đó trong công việc của mình. Nếu mà mình không giải quyết nó thì mình sẽ không thấy an tâm, thì cái thứ đó gọi là ugly frog, hiểu chưa?
Dạ em hiểu rồi.
Ok, nếu mà trong buổi học em không hiểu gì em cứ giơ tay lên, anh sẽ giúp em và giải thích cho mọi người sâu hơn. Ok?
Dạ cảm ơn anh.
Let me move on another video. This is a really meaningful video.
Hi, this is Don Howe, and the topic for this golden nugget is managing your time. And I'd like to illustrate this by sharing a well-known story. Once upon a time, a professor was teaching a class about time management, and the professor set a 1-gallon glass jar on the table and filled it up with pretty good-sized rocks. He then said to the students, "Is the jar full?" They replied, "Yes, it's full." And then he pulled out a bag of pebbles and he poured them into the jar. As he did, he shook the jar so that the pebbles sifted down through the holes between the rocks. Eventually, the pebbles reached the top of the jar, and once again, he looked at the class and said, "Is the jar full?" The students cautiously answered, "Yes." And then he pulled out a bag of sand and he did the same thing, pouring and shaking until the sand reached the top of the jar. This time, when he looked at the students and said, "Is the jar full?" they said no. He smiled. He pulled out a pitcher of water. He poured it into the jar until the water reached the top of the jar. And then he looked at the students and he said, what was the point of this illustration? And one young man jumped up and said, I know. No matter how full your schedule is, if you try hard enough, you can always fit some more things into it. The professor shook his head and replied, That's not the point I was trying to illustrate. The point I was trying to illustrate is that if you don't put the big rocks in first, you'll never get them all in. If you fill your jar first with pebbles or sand or water, then there won't be any room for the rocks. If you allow the small things to take up all of your time, then you won't be able to accomplish the bigger things. Figure out what your highest priorities are and do your best to work first on those things that move you towards your goals. Once your goal-related activities are scheduled, then you can fill the rest of your schedule with all those other activities that are less important, but still need to be done. Of course, you know this already, but the illustration of the rocks in the jar is a good reminder to schedule your highest priorities first. I imagine that you do this because that's what winners do, and you are a winner, and given enough time, you will win. Yes, you are a winner.
Okay, so let me stop share my screen. Everyone, let me close my eye and I open my eye. Miss Victory, yes. do you totally understand the meaning of the video?
Yes, I totally this the video.
What is the meaning in your opinion?
I think we can apply the work and we do effective time management in my life.
It's all right. You get some point, but tonight the video meaning is more important, and it's really helpful if you can totally understand the meaning. Let me ask another person to share their point of view. Miss Vanessa,
Yeah.
what is the most important point, the video that you think?
I try. Yeah, I think that he mentioned the task that you want to get. You have to organize the task. How to you should take you should find out what important thing, the most important, the most challenging to do first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eat that ugly frog first.
Yes.
Do the most important thing first, the bigger thing first, so that there is some room for small things.
Yes, that's right.
Don't be distracted by some small thing like watching TV, small thing like well, if I not go out with my girlfriend tonight, she may break me up. So those are small things. If you have a really big dream and you can arrange your time. So okay, hang out with my girlfriend, not now, maybe next 2 hours. Next 2 hours is okay. I can arrange my time because right now I'm working in the office. I should pay 100% in doing the project. So after 2 hours, okay, I will go with her, and that is small thing. Okay, so do the bigger thing, the most important thing first. What are you eating, Miss Hian? What are you eating? Can you share with me some? Can you please share with me some?
Share what? The most important point that the video gives out.
Yes, okay. Please make it clearly.
I think in our life, we have many activities that we need to do, like such as work, family, social relationships, time for ourselves. So I think we need to figure out the most important tasks we need to do first. Like you said, ugly frog.
It's that ugly frog. Yes.
Ugly
First.
frog. And then we need to do the great activity first. So after that, we have the time to do small things.
Okay.
Smallest, yeah. So that's the point that the video gave.
Thank you. The way you explain things is really fun, really fun. You explain things is really fun. You using a lot of hand gesture, you moving your hand around like doing a material arts, and you trying to try to find out many way. You are trying to find out many way to explain it. It's really, really funny, but it's okay. Good student, good student. When you do it, you know what are you going to say. No worries. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
Miss H, my good student, I'm sorry for some time kidding you. I know you are a good student. You study really hard. You study from the beginning until now. I really like your activity and your attitude. So can I ask you a question? Do you angry with me?
No, I'm
No angry?
not.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you often do in the morning? What do you often do in the morning?
In the morning, I a lot of do something. Yes, a little. The first I listen some music. I love, and I cook and I go to market buy some food. Yes, is in the morning is I think in the morning is very very wonderful time with me. Yes.
Okay, so morning is your most wonderful time. How about the afternoon? You feel boring? You want to go to sleep? Yeah,
I don't want to sleep right now. Okay.
No, I mean in the afternoon, not right now. In the afternoon, you say in the morning you want to, it's your most wonderful time. How about the afternoon? Afternoon, you want to go to sleep. Is that all right?
I really good. No, not
You're really good. Okay. I believe you are a good student. I believe you are a good student and a good person. That's why sometimes I'm making some joke at you and you're not angry at me. Thank you. I hope someday you're not angry at me anymore. So let me ask Miss Xuân.
Yes.
And do you get some idea of tonight's lesson? Do you learn something new? Do you learn something new today?
I think you learn time manager is the
time management. Time management. Time management. Management is yeah. Okay.
Time management is very important because it helped me to complete plan in the futures.
Okay, good.
And improve productivities as well was.
Does time management, the time management balance your work life? It's balance. It's balance. Balance. Yes, balance. It's not balance. It's like this is not balance. Like this is balance. Like this is not balance. Like this is balance. Okay.
Yes.
You understand the meaning of balance?
Understand balance.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Dũng, I would like to ask you the question in the next meeting because we only have 1 hour for tonight's meeting. So can I please ask you the question in the next meeting so that our student can learn something new from you? Is that all right?
That's okay, you know.
Okay, so here we have 5 more minutes. I really want to share with you to let you see the video one more time. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Do you want to see the video? Okay, I'm going to show you the video one more time.
Hi, this is Don Howe, and the topic for this golden nugget is managing your time. And I'd like to illustrate this by sharing a well-known story. Once upon a time, a professor was teaching a class about time management, and the professor set a 1-gallon glass jar on the table and filled it up with pretty good-sized rocks. He then said to the students, "Is the jar full?" They replied, "Yes, it's full." And then he pulled out a bag of pebbles and he poured them into the jar. As he did, he shook the jar so that the pebbles sifted down through the holes between the rocks. Eventually, the pebbles reached the top of the jar, and once again, he looked at the class and said, "Is the jar full?" The students cautiously answered, "Yes." And then he pulled out a bag of sand and he did the same thing, pouring and shaking until the sand reached the top of the jar. This time, when he looked at the students and said, "Is the jar full?" they said, "No." He smiled. He pulled out a pitcher of water. He poured it into the jar until the water reached the top of the jar. And then he looked at the students and he said, "What was the point of this illustration?" And one young man jumped up and said, "I know. No matter how full your schedule is, if you try hard enough, you can always fit some more things into it." The professor shook his head and replied, "That's not the point I was trying to illustrate. The point I was trying to illustrate is that if you don't put the big rocks in first, you'll never get them all in. If you fill your jar first with pebbles or sand or water, then there won't be any room for the rocks. If you allow the small things to take up all of your time, then you won't be able to accomplish the bigger things. Figure out what your highest priorities are and do your best to work first on those things that move you towards your goals. Once your goal-related activities are scheduled, then you can fill the rest of your schedule with all those other activities that are less important, but still need to be done." Of course, you know this already, but the illustration of the rocks in the jar is a good reminder to schedule your highest priorities first. I imagine that you do this because that's what winners do, and you are a winner, and given enough time, you will win. Yes, you are a winner.
Okay, thanks for being here tonight, everyone. I have noted Miss Tien Huynh. This is the second time she joined the meeting, even a little bit late, but she can arrange her time. So try your best next time. I hope you can learn something new in the next time when you can join early, but it is at the end of the meeting. So good night, everyone. I believe tonight you're gonna have a great night, and your effort tonight will bring great results for you in the future. So when you believe you can do something and you can achieve it, you can do it. Good night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you.